Hi beautiful souls, it's Han here today with another video on the 5 stages of a relationship and the SYNASTRY and Composite chart of it. So today we're still in the first stage of a relationship, the attraction and the romance stage, but we're looking at the composite chart of that. So I have made a video telling you how you can get a composite chart cooked up with you in a particular love interest. So you can check that out first. So links up above and description box below, and you can come back here and see what you have in your composite with another particular love interest. So in the romance and attraction stage of a relationship, there are several criterias that needs to be met in a composite chart to show that the relationship itself has a certain amount of attraction going on, that there's something attractive that draws both of you to keep coming back with regards to the relationship dynamic, and that's the composite or the Davidson chart. So in this video we're going to talk about the criteria of joy and peace. So this means that there is something within the relationship between you and a particular love interest that makes the both of you feel happy, excited, calm, and you want to come back to interacting with this particular person, because when you're interacting with them, the atmosphere surrounding, your interaction and the things that happen in your relationship is fun and exciting and peaceful. So there are a couple of things that can generate joy and peace in this stage of a relationship. The first one being fun and humor. The second being learning new things together, discovering new things together. The third being, socializing. So being able to socialize with the people around you and have fun with other people. And the third thing is being able to go on adventures together and sort of having this sense of exploration together. So I will go through placements and aspects for each of these sub-criteria under the joy and peace criteria in the composite chart. So when you're looking to see if there's humor and fun in your relationship, meaning that you guys are, for example, interested in the same movies or types of entertainment, or you have the same hobbies that you can do and enjoy together, this will generate that fun and humor in the relationship. So the first sign that you can be looking for is if in the composite chart you have a sun or moon in the 5th house. The sun in the 5th house indicates that the two of you have leisure activities in common. You like the same pleasures in life. Maybe the two of you both like to go to the casino and you really have a great time doing that and you feel like you get your adrenaline going. If the moon is in the 5th house, it can show that the feeling that you have about the relationship is really, like you feel like the relationship brings you a certain amount of excitement. The 5th house is ruled by Leo, which rules, joy and excitement. The next indicator is if you have a moon conjunct Jupiter in the composite chart. This is wonderful. This can obviously, it works a little bit different with the easy aspects like the trine and the sextile that's showing more of a comfort when you're together, but the conjunction really gives it that boost, that energy that when you're together, you really get a rush of excitement to be with this person, and they understand you in a way where you feel like you could just be yourself and make jokes with each other, and you just enjoy being with each other. Having a sun in the composite chart, trine, sextiles, conjunct to Jupiter, this creates a friendly atmosphere in the composite chart. And of course, when you're with your friends, what do? You have fun together. So those are the indicators for fun and humor in a relationship. The next thing we're looking at is learning new things together. The reason why this is so great to be able to learn something together and with a particular love interest is because of the time that you spend together, that you feel like you are somehow growing or getting that stimulation from being together. So this can mean that you like to read the same kind of books, and maybe you read together. You have topics that you discuss together or you have a lot of discussions, you take classes together, and sometimes this can mean you travel together because you can learn a lot about cultures when you're traveling. So some aspects that can show this, first one is going to be having a Mercury in a trine in a sextile to Pluto. This one, the both of you are really pushing your mental limits to really seeing the deeper meaning behind your relationship. And whatever you're studying or learning together, you're going deeper. But this is not in a disturbing way, where if it's like a Mercury square Pluto, it can mean that you are wanting to control the other person to think like you. But with the trine and the sextile, you're complementing each other with regards to the way that you deeply think about things, and therefore you just float really well together in that sense. So having planets in the 9th house or the 3rd house is really great, especially if the sun is there. Then it can show that the reason why you are together is because you think alike, and therefore you can engage in discussions that, you know, are very stimulating, and the discussions can go on for quite a while. Having Mercury in any aspect to Jupiter, even the square or the opposition, maybe not the in conjunction, but all the major aspects, and the quintile, by quintile of course, to Jupiter is really great, because you're both gonna I think all of these aspects, you're challenging each other in a sense to think big. So you're taking something that can seem like small, and you are expanding the thinking of each other. This is really wonderful. As well as having Uranus in all aspects to Jupiter, but mainly the good one is the trine and the sextile to Jupiter. This will show that you're gonna try some pretty unconventional things together. And because of the fact that you try something unconventional together, this is a really good aspect for not feeling like you need to hide anything from each other or have to be unfaithful to each other, because you can be together and go crazy. So there's no need to want to have something more mischievous going on, or, you know, with another person, and then not tell your partner about it because your partner didn't allow you, or they don't allow you to do that, or they don't meet certain criteria with regards to how much you want to expand your world. You're going to expand your world together. This is great, especially if the orbs are close for the trine and sextile. This is great. Having a Mercury conjunct Mars is wonderful for learning new things together, because it's really giving a lot of energy to talk. And when you start talking, the more you talk, the more stimulating your mind gets, the more, you know, you have debates with each other that changes the way you think about a lot of things. And then the next criteria is socializing. So socializing, you know, means that you're going out and you're meeting new people together, and that's fun. And maybe you're not necessarily meeting new people together, but maybe you're just sort of going out to social events, workshops, gatherings, and things like that. So the first aspect that can show that you have this going on in your relationship is having planets in the 11th house or the 7th house. So these are very social houses. The 7th house is more about, you know, you taking your relationship and you are engaging with particular others in your life. Maybe it's a family, or if it's a friend, anything. But the 11th house is more of like you're sharing a larger network of people together that you both know. So that's really nice to have. And the last criteria here is going to be going on adventures and exploring together. So this can mean, of course, traveling together, but it's more about being able to be spontaneous together, and that generates a certain amount of adrenaline rush and excitement. You know, this can mean, you know, wanting to try things that the other person has never considered before trying. And this can also mean, you know, watching some documentaries together, because documentaries, you know, really expand your mind, and then having discussions around those documentaries. So the first aspect that can show this is when you have a Jupiter conjunct, square, or opposite Mars in the composite chart. This will show a certain amount of, well, with the opposition and the square, it's like you're challenging each other to do these things. With the conjunction, you're just floating along together, and it's like two people getting on a bed and just jumping up and down together. All of these aspects. Well, it feels kind of like that. So you can really be spontaneous together. With the square and the opposition, you may take it a bit too far, so you may need to tone it down a little bit, but with the conjunction, it's just fun. Having a Venus in a conjunction, sextile, trine, maybe even the opposition, the quintile or biquintile to Jupiter, is really, really wonderful. The square can show that you are going to overspend on each other, and the opposition sometimes, but the other aspects can show that you want to spend money on each other in a way where you can get new experiences together. So this can look like, you know, you're spending enough money, not too much, but enough money to go on that hike that you've both wanted to go on, and on that hike you get to feel, you know, the nature. That's so, you know, that sense. The Venus rules the five senses, so to breathe in the fresh air, to see a beautiful view, to eat food in nature together and have your five senses meet in that way, that's what this aspect can show. And the last one is if you have Jupiter conjunct the ascendant. This is really, really great. This is showing that, you know, you want to expand your horizons together, you want to be adventurous together, and that is part of the direction that the relationship is going, is to try new things together. And other people can see you as a couple as being, you know, really fun to be around, really optimistic couple, lucky even. And with the luck that comes, you feel like you can do anything in the world. The possibilities are endless because you just get so lucky. It's like you're going on a holiday together, and the moment that you arrive at the hotel, it's like, oh, well, we just happen to have a discount today. If you stay for 3 nights, you get to stay for another 2 nights for free. Well, what do you know? That can happen with any Jupiter aspects, really. Jupiter, Venus, Jupiter, Moon. Jupiter a lot in the composite chart. You can kind of get lucky like that. So guys, those are some of the indicators that there's going to be a lot of joy and peace within your relationship. It's within the relationship dynamic with you and a particular love interest. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. And if you haven't subscribed, then hit the subscribe button below. If you already subscribed, thank you very much for coming along. I do birth chart readings and SYNASTRY relationship chart readings. All the information is on my website. You can check that out. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Have a beautiful day, beautiful souls. Bye.